Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing very well. So today we will start online lecture 4 of grade 4, that is based on chapter 8, creating tables in Word 2013. In our last lecture we covered different topics like entering data in a cell, selecting a rows and columns, selecting adjacent cells in a table, modifying a table like inserting rows and columns, deleting rows and columns, and merging and separating cells. Today we will start formatting a table. Actually, formatting refers to apply different styles to a table, change the row height and column width, or apply borders and shading to a table. Table styles. The steps to apply different table style are as follow. First of all, select the table. Under Table Tools, click the Design tab. In the Table Styles group, click the style you want. And in the third step, to see more style, click the More button. Picture is given to you that is actually showing More button option and different predefined design of table. Now in this picture, different table styles are given. Which table style you will select, the Word actually will format the table according to the selected style. Changing row height. The steps to change row height are as follows. Select or click anywhere in the row whose height you want to change. Click the Layout tab. In the Cell Size group, click the Table Row Height scroll box to change the height of the row. This is the Cell Size group in which you can see height, table height option, and column width option is given. Changing column width. To change column width, do as follows. Select or click the column whose width you want to change. Click the Layout tab. In the Cell Size group, click the Table Column Width scroll box to change the column width. Applying borders and shading. Actually, we can apply different borders and shading to our table. The steps to apply borders to a table are as follows. Select the cell or the table. Even you can apply borders and shading to a single cell also. So, select the cells or the table. Under Tables tool, click the Design tab. In the Borders group, click the Borders drop-down menu arrow and then choose from the following. Click one of the predefined border sets or click Border and Shading. Actually, in the given picture you can see different options are given. You can apply bottom border, top border, left or right border, or in the last there is an option border and shading. When you will click this option, the border and shading dialog box will appear. Here you can see the border and shading dialog box in which borders tab is actually activated, and now you can select the different border setting from the settings option. Choose a line style from the style drop down list. Select the desired line color from the color drop down list and select a line width from the width drop down list. And in the next picture, the shading tab is actually activated. Then you can select the desired shading color. If you want to remove shading, click No Color and click OK. Changing the alignment of text. Alignment actually refers to the positioning and placement or arrangement of text. To change the alignment of text, do the following. Click the cell that contains the text you want to align. Click the Layout tab. In the Alignment group, choose the text alignment you want. In the picture, alignment group is actually given. Different small boxes actually showing the text alignment in a cell. Inserting pictures in a table cell. You can also insert a picture in a table cell. The steps are as follow. Click in the cell where you want to insert a picture. Click the Insert tab. In the illustration group, click the Pictures option. The Insert Picture dialog box appears. Simply click the Insert button after selecting the picture. The selected picture will be inserted in the table cell. Now we will start exercises. Objective type question. Question number 1. Fill in the blanks with correct words. Different words are given: cell, layout, row, tab, design. The first statement is to change the table style. Click the Table Styles group on the Dash tab, and the correct word is Design tab. The second statement is the horizontal series of cells in a table is called a row. A dash is the intersection of a row and a column, and the correct word is cell. A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. The second last statement is the alignment group is available on clicking the Dash tab, and the correct word is Layout tab. The last one is to move to the next cell in a table. Click the Dash tab key. Click the Tab key to move to the next cell in a table. Question number 2. Choose the correct option. The first statement is which of the following can be used to create a table in Word 2013, and the options are Insert Table, Grid, Quick Tables, or all of these. Actually, we have covered a lesson that is based on creating a table in Word 2013. All the options are correct. Insert Table, Grid, Quick Table, all options are correct. So the fourth one is the correct option, all of these. The second one is to insert a row in a table. Click the Dash tab. Design, Insert, Layout, none of these. And the correct option is Layout, the third one. The next statement is the Borders option used for applying borders to a table is part of the Dash group. Illustration, Table Styles, Rows and Column, Cell Size. And the second one is correct option, Table Styles. The next statement is to move back one cell in a table. Press and hold the Shift key and then press the Dash key. Control, Alt, Tab, none of these. And the third one is correct, Tab key. The last statement is which of the following option is available on the Design tab? Table Style, Borders, both 1 and 2, none of these. And the third one is correct, both 1 and 2. Now we are going to start descriptive type questions of this exercise. And first question is answer the following. Part A. How can you select a column in a table? And the answer is to select a column in a table. Move the mouse pointer to the area at the top of a column. That is actually called the column selection bar. The mouse pointer changes to an arrow pointing downwards. Click to select the column. The B part is how can you select adjacent cells using the mouse? Simply by drag and drop action of the mouse. To select adjacent cells using the mouse, click and drag through the cells. Part C. Write the steps to merge the cells of a column. And the answer is to merge the cells of a column, select the cells to be merged, click the Layout tab. In the Merge group, click the Merge Cells option. The next part is how will your teacher transfer your exam marks into a Word 2013 table? What are the benefits of doing this? And the answer is to convert the exam marks into a table. The following steps should be taken. Select the text, click the Insert tab. Click the Table option. In the drop-down menu that appears, select Convert Text to Table. The selected text will appear in table form. The benefits of converting text into table is that the data is then presented in a more systematic way. It is easier to compare information, calculate averages, and analyze the exam results. The next part, E part, we are not supposed to do that part, so that's why the next is F part. Are there any benefits from using quick tables in MS Word 2013? Give example to illustrate your answer. There are benefits from using quick tables as it provides various templates, options, and designs for creating a table. Once the layout has been selected, data can be added. And the example is the calendar can be used to insert a prepared table of a month which may be needed in a report. Now the next is application based question. This is actually your assignment. You guys have to do these questions by yourself. We are done with the chapter with all the topics, and hopefully it's very easy to you. Different questions are given according to the picture. Just read this question carefully and do your assignment. Good luck. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, The Broadway School, to get next videos. Thank you so much.